Good morning, gorgeous ones. I hope you're all happy, healthy and well just after 8 o'clock Friday morning. I missed yesterday's and I apologise for that. I had an extra early start to clinic yesterday. So started clinic early, finished that at lunchtime and then had a COVID vaccination clinic. So it was a busy day doing general practice and weight loss medicine. This morning, what I would love to remind you, now I know that most of you who follow us will know this, but in case there's any newbies, what I want to remind you is that flour is sugar. We don't often think of flour as sugar, and the reason for that is that it's not even counted as sugars on nutritional labeling panels. It's counted as carbohydrate. A lot of people, when I use the word sugar, it's interchanged with carbohydrate. So flour is chains of glucose joined together. There is also a bit of protein. So flour is not pure sugar, like as in table sugar or sucrose is. But flour, the majority of flour is glucose. Glucose, little bit of protein, no fat. With our proteins, protein either comes wrapped, usually, combined with fat or with carbohydrate. So when you think of animal proteins, they come usually with some fat on the side. It's only that we've, in our low-fat industry for the last 50 years, trimmed the fat off. But most protein, animal-based proteins come with fat, so eggs, meat, dairy. Plant-based proteins come with carbohydrate, so flour. Rice has a little bit of protein, legumes that come with carbohydrate. So this is the thing that we need to be mindful of. But carbohydrate is glucose. Glucose is sugar. End of story. It's really simple, isn't it? But we've been led to believe that it's different. And this is the problem. So people will, and just while I'm on this little bit of thing, food companies use, as we know, sneaky language. So they will have, natural sugars. Well, you know what? All sugars are natural. Like cane sugar, like table sugar, white sugar, comes from cane sugar. Comes from cane, sugar cane. There's only one ingredient. It is just sugar. It's processed in a factory to turn it from juice to crystals, but that's it. There's nothing else added. So it's natural. But just because something's natural doesn't mean it's good for you. And this is just a sneaky little thing. Natural sugars. They'll go, oh, lactose. Well, that's a natural sugar. Yeah, duh. But it's also just glucose and galactose. Sugar of any sort. The sugar alcohols, which again, tricky because they tend to not cause the same insulin rise for a lot of people, but they're processed and they have their own effects on gut health and a whole heap of stuff, which is not what I'm talking about today. But I really, really want to make it clear to people, sugar is natural, doesn't mean it's good for you. Flour is as refined as normal sugar. So sugar is juice, cane juice, that is converted to crystals. Flour is wheat that's converted to powder. They're both processed. They're both harmful to our bodies in excessive amounts. And we need to be really clear on that. Yes, Nikki, apple juice concentrate. It sounds really benign, doesn't it? Oh, it's sweetened with apple juice. Oh, don't get me started on that. Anyway, that's just what I want to make really, really clear this morning. Jacinta, I see you're watching. I hope you're okay, darling. And I want to make sure that everybody's really, really clear on that because and again, not our fault. Food labeling is designed to be tricky. It's designed that we will just look at the front of the packet and those health claims that are on there, they sound reasonable, so we just believe them. But what I would implore you is don't abdicate your responsibility to understand what is in a food to the food company that is trying to sell it to you. That's the end of my little chat this morning. Hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. It's going to be a bit cold and rainy here, but honestly, for me, I still need to bunker down a bit. So I will be spending my weekend. Oh, actually, I could go to work tomorrow, but otherwise I'll be spending my weekend still looking after, nurturing, nourishing my body with some rest, some good food, and possibly a little bit of Netflix. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, darlings. See you all Monday.